Okay, Coach, thank you. We are technically Washington Redskins resides FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions.
Set, lady. Kill.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
50-50.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
21. We got three. Hey, box truck. 35, 34. Omaha, remove. Check 13. Give me radar.
On 1st down, Stafford here. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
Cook stripped, the ball's out, and the Redskins scoop it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Grant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. Back deep, Danny Amendola. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to his running back, Grant. It's a gain of 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You get 32.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford, he finds Aguilar over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Set. Lady. Alert.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Get that quarterback and on. Kill. Big 20. Stay 50.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Stafford on first down. Jones has it. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. We'll check on his status when we get back. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
Monday. 35. Hey, 22. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Time here to remind you that coming up later tonight on Sunday Night Football, it's the Seahawks and the Eagles from Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And then tomorrow night on Monday night, more Birds with the Ravens involved in that one. Sadly not taking on the Cardinals or Falcons, though. Instead, they'll match up with the Rams in L.A. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Devon Kennard in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On 2nd down, Love. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 31, check 31. Check, check, check.
From the 50, Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Here we go. Mike's 50. Mike's
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Down man. It's complete. Williams. Touchdown, Washington. Tyrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe 1 completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. They'll run on first down. Grant trying to run inside, but nothing there. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Shut! 15 with the flag!
On second down, here's Haskins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Second down. Intended for Terry McLaurin. Incomplete. Xavier Howard on the coverage.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Haskins on third down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Caught left side, Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st down, it's Grant. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Second down, Haskins. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Redskins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. You.
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Looking long for his tight end read. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
35's the mic.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
35's the mic.
Hey, Echo.
Pretty quiet. Mike 35, Mike 35. Ricky.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And this one hauled in by Rudolph.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A big pickup of 38. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made by the Pro Bowl safety Landon Collins.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, alert 3.
Zebra.
Mike 35. Almost there. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that
32.
Give me that ball, defense.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike. Down to lose one.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Prater for the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one fielded at the 5. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 39, Haskins flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taco Charlton able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 23-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Derek Rivers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at about the 32. They start the drive with Cook. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Now a play faking at Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Landon Collins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2nd and 12. Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Danny. Watch safety creep. Go, Echo. He's creeping.
Now Haskins on 1st down. This to McLaurin out on the left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Mike 55. I got you.
Haskins going to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Let's get off the field, D. Mike 55. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. Mike 55.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Now he's forced out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Double dog. That's the way.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. His throw caught right around the 6. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Redskins 31, Lions 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.